Welcome in. How is everybody? Robbie at the Wild Huckleberry just wrapped it up and we are live now. Uh, what a weekend. We just got back, and most of you probably know we just got back from the 10 Killer YouTube meetup. If my fingernails are dirty, it's because I just got done. Well, as soon as we got back, it's been an hour or so now, hour and a half or so since we got home, maybe two and a half, but had a lot going on. But I planted some mullein plants that we picked up while we were at the YouTube meetup. And so, hey, sister, welcome in. Corey, my little sister, Billy Gilbert, welcome, Duncan family. Um, Corey got to go with us. Duncan family was there. I got a little stack of goodies. I don't have everything in here, but I've got a little stack of goodies that I picked up there. Hey, Troy Sutton, glad you're in here. Miss Deanna is not feeling really well. Hey, Rainy Ridge, Eric and Tina, was so great to catch up with y'all this weekend. Virginia Alexander, how are you? Miss Dina's voice is going in and out, not feeling good. Delighted Acres, I seen something that was very cool about Delighted Acres. Cassie from the Walker Farm family had your hat on while she was making a video. That is good stuff, y'all. Very good stuff. Welcome in, by the way. Hippie Cow Yay, my friends Chris and Dodge. Welcome in. Glad you're in here. So very tiring but very rewarding weekend. Did not sleep. Worth a cotton picking hoot the whole weekend. But I was not in the rain, and we had a place to get out of the rain. Red Dirt Rooster Road, welcome in. Ed, welcome in. Glad you're in here, Mr. Kirkpatrick. Joey Bartlett, it's always a pleasure. That's pretty awesome to get Cassie to wear your hat. Hey, Scotty, welcome in. Uh, you know, that's a big channel. You made me want to send Cassie a hat. I've interacted a lot with Cassie. Cassie had actually helped us a lot when we had 400, a little over 400 subscribers, trying to get to 500, and then ultimately at 1,000 and above. Cassie came to our candy booth, and she bought a package of pickles. Cassie, I consider Cassie and Gary friends. I've been to church with them, just hanging out a little bit. Dina is listening, she says there. So Cassie bought this package of pickles while she was live on her channel. And this is the Okie Homesteading Expo where Doug and Stacy, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, was there. Cassie did more for me and our channel with that one shout out than Doug did with a shout out that Doug did with me. So Cassie is a great person. She is the same person every time you see her, whether it's on the a video or in person. Hey, Lori Carp, welcome in. I'm afraid I'm missing people in the chat here because I'm telling stories, but yeah, that's pretty cool, John, to get her to wear your hat. We met Cassie at a livestock auction. She was super sweet. She is, her and Gary are great people. And their kids are super polite every time I've ever been around them. So I want to show a few goodies that I got. I think everybody that went got the arrow or arrowhead. I've got last year's too. So I'm starting a collection. That's what's happening there. And we got Texas Raiders. Let me see. I got to stay in the light. Texas Raiders 1122 button. got that, y'all. I do have the link out there. It's pinned at the top of the comments. If you'd like to join me on panel, I am not vertical tonight. I'm not going to be going vertical on here anymore. But we got a couple of those pins from Texas Red Raider 1122. Chris is his name. Good man. We got Lazy Days Ahead poker chips, which I had one already. So now we have almost enough to play a hand of poker, Jesse. Who now? Don't let me miss all the chat. You guys jump up here and join me. This is what we call Homestead Sunday. Robbie and Sonia just finished up. Bert and Cindy went live at 3 o'clock. I got in on a little bit of theirs. Donald went live on Money Pit Homestead. Bert and Cindy are Simple Acre Farm or Simple Acre Homestead. Donald from Money Pit Homestead went live at 5. This is all Central Standard Time. Robbie from the Wild Huckleberry was live at 6, what he could be. And we're live at 7. Then Red Dirt Rooster Road goes live at 8. Someone else, what did Dina just say? Someone else was a mom, Jack. You don't mind too, baby. What? Someone else was a mom, Jack. You don't mind too, baby. I like poker, Ed said. Yeah, me too. Yes, I think she's meaning some of these poker chips are hers. A lot of this is Dina's. Dina and I just got it in a stack here. We got Lazy Days Ahead, Department of Giveaway Efficiency sticker. That's a new one, Jesse. That's cool. From Ryan over at the Farm to Table show, we got hashtag Stronger Together. That's awesome. That's a great tag, hashtag. The Mod Father from Jesse. These are stickers. Back to Good. Right there. That is an awesome sticker. What do we got here? Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's coming up. Our Cabin in the Woods, Tony and Angie, they're just great folks. Hopefully I'll run into Angie sometime up at the VA. Evelyn Newman, all the way from New Mexico, y'all. We have people from Florida, New Mexico, Texas, Kansas, Arkansas, Mississippi. It was a great, hey, Joey, fix it for you. We sure missed you and Ginger out there this weekend. Would have loved to have had you guys. Our Cabin in the Woods also again. Got Texas Raider stickers again. These are stickers. Those were buttons a while ago. And then Our Cabin in the Woods, they got a variety of stickers, just like Jesse and Lisa. But I got a coffee cup from the Farm to Table show as well, but I didn't bring it in here. I forgot to grab it. But my friend, hey, Jack and Dina. Dina's not with me, and she's in the chat. I got made while we were there at the 10 Killer YouTube meetup. Rebecca from Touch by Yarn made me a toboggan or a whatever you call it. We always called them toboggans when I was a kid. And I am going to be warm in the hunting blind with that. I'm so thankful for Miss Rebecca. Let's see. What else going on in the chat? Ain't nobody trying to join me yet. I'd love to have somebody jump up on panel with me to help me roll this along. Man, we just, and the best part about the meetups, hey, Smiley Matthews, welcome in. For me, the best part about the meetups is it's relaxing. Now, I understand Johnny and Gillum and those guys. They got stuff that they're responsible to do because they sponsored it. So it's not all a total relaxation for them, but this one was more relaxing for them than last year. Last year was a workhouse for them, and I was privileged enough to go to that one. But they did get to relax more this year. But that's my favorite part about the meetups versus going to a homesteading expo or something. And I love the homesteading expos, don't get me wrong. But we get time to just sit around and chat and visit. And I was talking with my buddy, and not for nothing, Homestead needs to be involved in this, and some other people in the chat need to be involved in this. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I was talking with my buddy Dale from 9 Acre Family Farm, and we've got an idea that we want to maybe get going soon. I do have somebody wanting to join me. Check out the big-eyed feller right there. Look at them eyes.
I've been wide awake ever since I made it home.
I sat down in my recliner, Paul, and it was almost a mistake. I just sat down there for a minute. We have been, and some of y'all, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, mentioned it. We keep up with a lot of people on YouTube, but Good Simple Living out there in Idaho, they had their 5th baby, and they had a video out about it, and we wanted to sit down and check that out. So I got this idea, and Paul, I want you involved in it too. I think it's be beneficial. I'm going to talk to a few more people and maybe try to bring it to fruition. It will be us getting together sometime, live and in person, if we can. But see if we can make it happen first before we start telling everybody what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody that we've shaken hands with or talked to in a chat room can benefit from what I'm thinking. I think some of them may be contributors more than benefiters, but it's just growing stronger together. Stronger hashtag stronger together. I gotta tell y'all, I do like this format way better than vertical. I mean, Paul and I.
It makes me look thin.
Well, I don't care.
Thank you very much. I mean, people who weren't there need to know what happened.
People that weren't there,
they missed out, didn't they?
And you said it 100 times already. How did we not get that on video?
I don't know. There's 58
Oh,
people in there that have something to do with YouTube, and nobody videoed it.
Let me try to, hey, Lynn, the okie dokie, welcome in. Let me try to lay the foundation of what we're laughing about. All right. I'm just going to try. I'm probably not going to be good at it. But we were at the Princess, Diner, whatever it was.
Yep.
They're not too far from where the meetup was. And Greg from Duncan Family Farms is giving the waitress a bad time. He just picked on her. Just picking on her. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. I got another surprise here.
Is he coming up to tell us about it?
It's not Greg, but check out there. Look what he's holding. I got one of them too. I didn't bring in. How come Monty's bigger than me? Monty, this may be the only time in your life you're bigger than me.
Okay. I got to tell you something. Last year was my first year at the meetup, and I had the same look that Monty did, I think, the whole time we were there. It's almost like overload being around so many people that are trying to figure out the same stuff you're figuring out. But I will help you with one thing. This is my Paul Case cup.
It's not as pretty as mine and yours, is it, Monty?
Nope.
Just saying. Just saying.
So
Oh,
anyway, back
oh,
to what I was trying to explain there. Greg's giving this girl a hard time, just picking on her, having fun, and she's enjoying herself too. He's not being rude or bad or anything. But it's a bunch of YouTubers, y'all, 50-something YouTubers in one room. And I mean, if you're a YouTuber, you got a personality most likely. So anyway, this girl's going around and people saying, I got this, and I'm this channel and this channel. And Greg said, I got a YouTube. And she looked straight at him, never missed a lick, and said, I don't care.
That actually started right there where I was at. Somebody gave her their channel sticker. And she had put it right smack dab in the middle of her chest on her shirt. And I said, oh, you got somebody's sticker. I don't even remember who it was. Maybe Dale's or Johnny's. I don't know.
I'd given her one.
Did you?
Those.
Well, this one was a perfect round one. Makes me think it was Dale's, but I don't remember sure who it was. And I said, I've got a YouTube channel too. It's Paul Case Farms. You should look it up. And as quick as I got done saying that, Greg says, and I've got a YouTube channel too. And she did just look at him and said from like halfway across the room, I don't care.
It was hilarious.
Erupted in laughter.
Let me address a little bit in the chat right quick. Virginia, I will have you in our prayers. I'm not writing them down, but please, y'all, put your prayer request in the prayer in the chat. I mean, you got a preacher on here with us. Monty's a good man of God. I'll pray for you. Y'all, we will pray for you, and I will pray you out of here. Even though I don't mention it by name, God's going to know. So please put your prayer request in the chat. So we had a good weekend. I enjoyed it.
A lot of fun.
I did. I was looking forward to one particular thing, and the guy that's below me and Paul, if he's thinking hard enough, knows what it was, but I didn't get any of it.
Ice cream from Trey.
No. Smoked cream cheese. Yeah, smoked cream cheese.
Oh.
And we tried, Dina being sick, and then I'm not blaming Dina, but we just didn't get the job. And we did. And the other thing, what was that, Paul?
I didn't get to do. There was one thing I didn't get to do at the meetup that I wanted to do, and it was because the guy, everybody thought he was going to be there, and he didn't make it somehow. And I haven't seen him in anything since we've been back either. But my wife and I were so blessed by Mickey at Critter Creek picking up our stuff that she pulled his logo off of his and made a cup for him.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Isn't it nice? She does good work.
Yep. And she also
I'm taking over for a minute.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't have anything.
There's Miss Anita.
Yep.
I need to put it in there.
Yeah, I put my
I can
my
do that.
new email, not my AC.
Who's it going to?
Everybody.
I can send it to them private chat. All you gotta do is this right here.
Update for y'all in the chat. Rebecca said her and Ronald will be home around 8:30. She just texted me, so they're making good time.
Great.
We're about to get some SmackDown information from Miss Anita, I think.
Yes, you are. Well,
Private.
private one.
Oh, okay.
That way you'll be privileged. You'll be privy to information not
But
everyone
I can
has.
send it to everybody else too if I need to.
Cool.
Yep. Boom. Should be on your screen anyway. Can you find it, Moni?
Yep, I see.
Okay. Now, what I
Now,
can't
when you-
click that. Let me take a picture of it. Hold on, as Amy says.
When
HODON. Hold on.
Looking for the email. Hadn't come across that yet.
This is okay. I got it now. Thank you,
when
Anita.
you go to email me, put in the subject cups So I will.
I will attempt to remember that.
Okay.
So if
Thank
you get one that's like brassiere or cup size, you'll know what it is.
It's probably mine.
I have no idea what that means.
Gosh.
I lost a very good friend due to cancer on Friday. She was the one who took a chance on me.
Leave it up to him to say that.
Used to bowl on a league with a guy that carried his bowling balls in there in an oversized brassiere. It wasn't all that funny. I'm pretty sure his wife that bowled with us was the wearer.
Scotty, we'll keep her in our prayers for sure, and you and the family. That's funny, Greg. I mean, not Greg, Paul. We kept watching Paul. Hey, there's Michelle.
She's
Yeah.
reading the email address.
I'm getting the email address. I'm still snacking and eating.
That's why I took a picture.
Yeah, snap a picture of it with your phone.
Oh, gee.
Oh, you smart people.
There was so many I wanted to meet that I didn't get to. Eufaula for sure. Well, I'm hoping we make Eufaula. I'm the chaplain for our American Legion, and we have an event that day. So if I do make Eufaula, it's going to be a day drive over, drive back type deal, probably. Won't be staying the night hanging out. I hate that.
Well, I'm not bringing any cream cheese then.
Uh-oh.
I just come to your locale. We just go to Mod and eat cream cheese.
There you go.
I had enough charcoal fire left over to have done it. Now I got a question for you on that. Do you freeze it before you do that?
No.
No. And
No,
and
no.
do you take it out of the package?
You open the package up. I used to do it in the package that it comes in, but I got to thinking, I wonder what kind of chemicals they might have in that. So now I transfer it to a piece of aluminum foil, but I season it with whatever kind of seasoning I want.
Mm-hmm.
And you smoke it about 225 for a couple hours until it basically starts to break apart.
And I can tell you, Paul, it is delectable. I just didn't get to try it this time.
Yeah, well, you had it cold.
Yes, I did.
Much better warm.
Well, now Clyde and I did warm it up after you told us to warm it up. Yeah, we had it both ways. We was trying to make it last, so we didn't eat it all in one sitting. I don't hate to brag, but I bring home leftover broccoli cornbread.
That was really good.
Listen,
Jack, did you get any of that?
I ate a piece of the broccoli cornbread, y'all, and I will admit it was good.
It was good.
I thought it was mildewed or molded or something, but it turned out that was put in there on purpose. It was delicious. I'll give you that. I'm not a sweet cornbread guy, so it was a little bit sweet. I like unsweet cornbread, like unsweet tea. Ryan was giving me a hard time that I wasn't a true Southerner because I didn't like sweet tea.
Oh, my.
I drank some of that stuff you're talking about before, and I called the Poison Control Center, and they said there was nothing they could do to help me.
But listen, if we was all the same, most of us would be unnecessary, and we'd all be bored.
Unnecessary. You're right.
That's right. Just saying. If everybody was exactly the same and liked the same stuff, there'd be some of us unnecessary.
Yeah, driving through the drive-through wouldn't be near as much fun.
Right? If I pulled up and Jack was on the other side of the window, Lord have mercy.
I was thinking, pull on up, we'll get you your junk, I already know what you want because it ain't no choices.
Yeah.
Why would you even go to Walmart, Everybody go to the Dollar General.
Same color car sitting in everybody's driveway would be terrible.
It's almost that way anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, white.
Yeah, you can tell all us cheap guys sure drive white trucks because they're retired from being something else.
Well, mine's retired from my daddy And it's a color I probably wouldn't have picked.
Yeah.
That deep ocean blue, I would have picked a red one like my last one.
Well, I'm gonna share with you something. I have never bought a vehicle based on color.
I have not either, but I've looked at them because of the color.
Yeah, caught your eye.
Yep. Yep. I actually picked out a brand new Toyota Tundra, drove it up to the front of the Toyota building, and it was red, and it was a really nice truck, but there was one the year before model, silver, sitting on the showroom floor that was way more loaded. I even had cat skin leather seats put in aftermarket, and that thing was cheaper than the one I drove up to the front of the building. So I was happy with silver that day, and for a long time. I drove it till I didn't.
My daughter-in-law's father just bought a new pickup, and this has been an ongoing thing for a couple of weeks now, because what happened was they had went in, figured out the truck, they had it on the lot, and they settled up for it. And the salesman went to get it, and he backed it into something and mashed the bed. And
There's a discount.
and he it was like his fault. He should have seen whatever it was he hit. And he comes up there, and I guess he was about in tears. He's like, I can't even sell you your truck now. And they had to get one, and Scott was telling me they transported it from 2 states away to get a truck that was identical to that one. And I don't know whether he bought it based on color or not. He gets a new truck every few years. He got a good job and works and keeps a nice truck, so. And it was one of those newer Fords that says trimmer on the back of it. It's the only thing Scott could tell me about it. And I'm like, I bet it caused a tremor on something whenever he backed into it.
I don't have to buy a trimmer.
Yeah, yours does that anyway.
I've got them naturally. Brian, there may be a lot of people that was a little overwhelmed with the personalities, for sure.
Man, there's a lot of personalities that meet up.
Lynn, I agree with you. You got to listen to Paul. He'll slap some wisdom on you sometimes, and sometimes he'll make you smile so hard your ears bend on the back of your head.
Well, since Jack's not going to be at Mid-America, I guess I'll have to share my cream cheese with Paul.
I didn't say I wasn't going to be there. I said if I am, it's going to be a day trip. But Paul,
I plan May and June for field work, friends. we don't go messing around in May and June. And it'll probably rain then, and I could have, but anyway.
Hippie cow, yay. What are you talking about? Ha Ryan for Dodge 2. What, why are you saying phone? I'm lost.
Personality was overwhelming Dodge.
Well, say that again. I'm sorry.
The personalities were overwhelming Dodge too.
Yeah, for sure. And
Dale
Homestead,
I'm a
welcome
quiet
in.
guy. I'm a quiet guy, but Dodge is like way quieter.
Dodge is reserved, but if you get him to yourself, he'll have good conversations with you. And then we talked about you on the way home, how we would love to meet you in person someday. My wife and I, we did, and my little sister. If y'all never checked out Andale or anybody else in the chat or on the screen, y'all check out these channels. These are some good channels, y'all. Corey has joined, add to the stream. Wait a minute. Look at here. I got lucky and seen that at the top. There we go. Welcome in, little sister.
Hey, Jack, listening to Paul for 30 minutes is like going to a semester at OU. But what do you expect from OU?
I think what she just said was, he's full of useless information.
You got it, Paul.
But she said it in such a nice way.
She did, didn't she? I mean, if she'd have said OSU, we'd have walked away with something, you know.
I mean, you know the difference between culture and agriculture, don't you? About 90 miles.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm talking about culture like curdled milk culture.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, I only got on here for two reasons, and that was to say, Paul, I didn't get a cup, and to
Hey.
tell you that.
I have this.
Bodie, welcome in.
Next time I go, I'm going to take a bunch of these and I'm just going to sign them and give them out. Yeah,
People
I'm,
would
All right.
love it. Bodie, it was
I'm
nice to meet y'all.
I'm getting off here. Bye, everybody.
Corey,
Love you,
it was
sis.
good to meet you in person.
So glad you went with us.
Billy.
Good meeting everybody too.
So did y'all see Liberty Layers and hang out? He was there at the deal. We got to meet him. He's a new YouTuber. Y'all check these channels out. Right,
Oh yeah, Michelle talked to him
sir.
about Michelle talked to him about the chickens he's raising and stuff, the different breeds
Yeah,
he's doing.
I
So,
subbed. I haven't got to watch any videos yet. I'll try to this week. Hopefully next year, me and Karen can make. Hey, that would be awesome, Scotty. I'd love to hug yours and Karen's neck under your supervision. I don't want to get in trouble for hugging Karen too long or anything like that, and you shoot me. I mean, use your pew pew on me. But I really enjoyed it. I hope these two guys on the screen really enjoyed it too, and everybody else in the chat. Eric and Tina. I mean, they're just good people all the way around. We did have one little. What do we call that guy?
accident.
No.
Well,
Well,
there was
no,
an
they're not
accident.
gonna
Would you like to see part of the video I'm going to put out?
Have you got Alibaba pants?
Yes. Not enough that you can see his britches. Not enough that you can see.
Those britches looked really comfortable, but I promise you, I wouldn't wear them outside my own domicile.
I think you could step over the crotch, you know, was the problem with them.
Michelle was laughing so hard she
I'm
knocked the camera out of the way.
telling you. Oh,
Is that better?
he was noticeably absent from breakfast this morning. I'm guessing somebody addressed that little man.
I might know the guy that addressed it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I believe I remember this little clip right here.
He was
I
there
was
getting
sitting across from
his second line of dessert, and so Johnny went over to watch him.
Johnny was. I don't know what you would do about that guy. It was a crazy deal. He just dropped in, made himself at home, and carried pounds of food back to his tent.
I thought he was somebody with somebody in our
I did
group.
too at first until it was explained to me that he's just a drift in. He just drifted right in, made himself at home. I guarantee you he wasn't bashful.
I'm gonna say y'all ought to come down here.
That's
In
true.
this clip Paul's showing right there, he literally come sat down on the other side of me and started commenting on what we were talking about while he was eating a big old chunk of chocolate cake.
And what'd you say?
Oh, he commented on the chocolate cake to, I think it was Robbie.
Yeah.
There's the dude right there.
He's sitting right there eating cake. And well, Greg's trying to get,
that was where Greg said, I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. And he can do it that good on cue. There's Greg. I don't care.
Tap on the name and share. Go to the about page. Go to their link. Oh, yeah. Good job, Lori. I appreciate you telling them all that.
Are you reading Liberty's?
Guys, we just had a ball. Now, my wife, bless her heart, and I'm not gonna say something bad about her. You know, you can say something bad about anybody you want as long as you say bless their heart ahead of time or afterwards, one or the other. That boy's so ugly, bless his heart. You know, but my wife, bless her heart, she was sick. She got sick about the time we got there, and she just didn't feel good all weekend. And I hate that because I enjoyed myself. Other than I didn't sleep well on our accommodations, but I might if I had better hips. But those beds were not hip friendly at all.
Mhm.
And
Okay, I won't rub it in about how great our hip friendly mattress
it's
was.
okay. You can. I'm so appreciative to Greg for setting that stuff up, and it was very adequate for what we needed. There
Yep.
was nothing wrong with it. I just didn't sleep all weekend. Not Greg's fault. I knew what it was going to be when I got there. It just didn't. And I'm going to try to sleep on the cot this coming weekend at a men's retreat.
Yeah.
Probably come home and say I didn't sleep there either. But I sure
Um,
am looking forward to my Tempur-Pedic here in just about an hour and a half or so.
I use a sleep number bed at home, and it's been calling my name since I got near the door. Um,
I've never even laid
We
down
could
on one of them.
crawl.
the mine is so close to what a regular air mattress would be. I thought I could take an air mattress with me to camp one year and sleep on it, but them things are so plasticky. If you don't have like 2 or 3 layers between you and it, and if you don't have a good one to where to hold air, you're going to be down to the foundation by morning, and
And hot.
that's really disappointing when you wake up, and the reason you wake up is because the heaviest part of you is on
It's touching
something
something
totally
solid.
flat and hard,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh,
Been
what
there and did
happened?
that.
And
So
the first thing that crosses my mind is, oh, he let me down. Oh, he let me down.
and it's so hot. Them things don't breathe. That's what I
Yeah.
always worried about that sleep number. It would be hot like a
They're not
air
like
gun.
that. You'd be surprised.
Nope.
They put the air chamber inside of what would be the same amount of foam that is in most mattresses,
Yeah.
and so
Yep.
it's buried in there. We're
My
we're
cousin,
actually on our second one, and we had one of those air chambers that broke a hole open in it, and I bought an air chamber off of eBay for like $80.
I thought he was going to say Timu.
No, no, it would come and be the size of a match book,
Hey, you pay. Hey, I got this one for $40. It'd be about the size of your pinky.
Hmm. They change stuff on them sleep number beds pretty frequently so that when you break down, they can't sell you parts. And,
Thank
and
you,
what they
Lord, for the
what they
prayers.
change is where your connections hook onto those. That's what they had changed most recently is where the connection hooks onto the air hose
Huh.
on the air
My
chamber.
cousin had one, and they got rid of it,
Mhm.
but it was a split adjustable,
Mhm.
and we've got a queen Tempur-Pedic right here just off camera in this spare bedroom that we used for years and still in good shape, but we traded it out for a king split when I
Yeah.
had my shoulder surgery because I got tired of sleeping in the recliner. I wanted to be in the bedroom with my bride, and that split in the middle of the bed is a romance killer.
Jack, you
Just
need to learn how to use things to your advantage, friend.
I'm not sure I want you to elaborate, Paul.
Yes, sir. It's a different kind of something to sleep on. That's for fact.
Looking at Walmart sporting goods stores, what for collapsible cot for big size? There's no bars under it and great to. I've got military cots, Lori, that they're really stout It's just the pressure on my hips right now. I'm hoping everybody's telling me when I finally get my hips changed out, I'm gonna get new hips. I don't know if everybody knows that it will be so good. But thank you for the advice.
Romance killer. Listen, Joe, I got no cup for you. You guys, if you don't know, after 10 Killer last year, I think it was, Joey and Ginger and Jesse and Lisa spent some time with Joni and Christine. And one of the things they were doing that was, it never completely came out in the videos, but Joey and Jesse were going to help Johnny build this little plastic shed. It was one of those put together out.
Oh, I've seen this deal.
And by the time it was over, Joe changed his channel name to Joe No Patience for You.
Yeah, buddy.
It was hilarious. And they were doing it on the windiest day, if I remember right. I'm like, yeah, let's build a building.
Lori, let me go back. I don't know that I did. Y'all keep talking, guys. I'm gonna look for her prayer request. Sending prayers and hugs for Deanna. I did see that.
Well, you were talking about the sleep numbers, worried about them being hot. Michelle can tell you what kind of pads she's bought, but in the wintertime you turn it one way, and in the summertime you turn it another way. And I tell you what, when she flips it to that summer side, when you get in there, it's chilly.
Nice and cold. That's how I like my bed when I go to sleep. It's nice and cold.
I do too. Did the guy do the MC Hammer? No, he did not. If he'd have started dancing, he played soccer. You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Dean and I both was a little concerned about the way he was playing around with those younger kids. Now, I didn't ever see him do anything inappropriate, but just the fact,
I kept my eye on him.
just the fact, man, that age out there kicking the ball around and with them younger kids, it could have been totally innocent, but it didn't look good.
There was a lot. Yep. There were a few of us ladies also keeping an eye because we had the same thought.
Hey, Joe, I have heard there's 3 sides to every story. My side, your side, and the truth.
And the truth.
So there might have been more sides than that. 4 sides to that story.
I'm still looking.
And
Lord.
you know, Anita and I stopped at the convenience store right there next to the campground.
The Juicy Pig?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did too.
We bought a little gas and didn't get anything else, but went in and used the restroom, and they were playing the Macarena when we come out, and the 2 girls behind the counter was dancing. And as I went out the door, I said, "That's some spicy dancing there." And my feet didn't hit the ground again until I got out in my driveway at home. However, when I got out, I thought, oh, I should do the Macarena. I'm so happy to be home.
If you, Michelle shaking everything. She didn't knock the camera.
No, but I'm over here rolling.
You're welcome.
It's just a visual.
Yeah, we did go through the drive-through at Brahms and got ice cream that I had thought about all weekend but didn't get, and so we drank a couple milkshakes.
Well, Greg and Donna went to Brahms. We talked about it when we was there at the restaurant, and Greg and Donna went to Brahms and called me and said, "Are y'all coming to Brahms?" I said, "We're still standing at the restaurant." He come out of the restaurant and turned and never seen us standing there. So we didn't make it to Brahms.
I came out and the women was over there talking. I asked you guys, aren't you going to Brahms? And you said, well, we're waiting on them. And I went over there and told them, I said, Brahms closes in a little bit.
Well, I want to mention, Lori, I did find it, and I'm sorry about your loss of your mama. We will be praying for you. And I want to mention, Josh Sherman lost his grandma this weekend.
Yep.
Not only that, his place flooded. All his stuff's gone, washed away again. 2 years in a row. So y'all keep that Sherman family in your prayers too. And I'm sorry I missed it when you first put it up there, but I promise you, God knows your prayers. Even if we don't mention them, we're going to pray over them before we close this up.
Yeah, Bodie's talking about the guy with the parachute pants again.
Bodie, that's cool. You're gonna be at the Case Arena. You're gonna be at All American, or not All American. What is it?
Mid
America YouTube meetup. You're gonna see a bunch more different channels there, and you'll see a bunch that was at this one this weekend too.
Yeah,
MT Homestead does a great job with that one, and Big Mike's just a great guy anyhow. And Terry, I'm sure Terry does it, and Big Mike's part of it. What's that?
Where were they at?
Terry wasn't feeling good, and so they went on home.
I think there was a little of that going around.
Yeah, for sure there was.
I'm still having a lot of sinus problems, and I took my little inhaler with me, but I never had it on me. And I'd get up there to the campground, and I'd be like, sit down. During the church service this morning, I sat down, and I'm like, what is that noise? I could hear a noise real close. And then I figured out it was me wheezing.
That's like that old lady sitting in the church pew that had gas. And she told her husband after service, says, I'm sure glad those were silent. And he said, you need to change the batteries in your hearing aid. Oh, Bob Gray, it's good to see you in here. I know you said you got something planned with your wife next week, but I hope to see you at that men's retreat. It's one of my buddies out in Indiana right there. Excuse me. Well, what stood out, Paul, other than all the joking and going on? What did you like about the meetup? What was your favorite part? Monty, think about the same question.
I got to hang with my buddy Greg some. I don't know. Greg and I have hit it off, and we're kind of halfway across state from each other almost, and don't get to see him often, but it's good to see Greg. And I like getting to see everybody and just chit chatting. But we had a pretty good little round table discussion at our cabin, and
I heard that.
Yeah, Greg has been a pastor of a church before, and he works for the Oklahoma Baptist and has for a long time, and he probably has quite a little bit of wisdom that I can use sometimes because he's been through some of the same experiences, and that was good. I liked getting to see people in person. I'll be real honest with you. I can't keep up trying to watch everybody's videos.
Nobody can. Don't quit that.
And so I'm always like to get to see them, but I've got a couple channels here that's not very far from me that we ought to have that get together thing just every little bit. And actually I think it was last Saturday evening, I was doing my live after Jesse and Lisa's giveaway, and Rainey's gave me that spot. And I mentioned Rainey's came in there, and then Dale and Nana came in there and was commenting. And I'm like, strange that y'all show up the same times. Dale commented the last time we was together, we ought to get together and eat supper once a month or so. And we haven't never done that. And they were going home from eating supper together. And from where they are at, one set of them had to drive almost past my house to go eat supper with the other one. So, and
You
they're
could have
like,
caught a ride.
as quick as they got in their car headed home that evening, I'm on live and they're like, we forgot to invite Paul and Nita. And I accused Rainey's of giving me the spot for the live just so they could go eat with Dale and Lisa.
Well, before I give Monty, hey, what does that say? Grow what you eat. Hey, welcome in. Before I give Monty a chance to answer that same question, I want to tell you something, Paul. I was disappointed in you.
Oh, and me?
I expected a variety of pickle samples for us to try this weekend.
Sorry, you have to buy them like I do.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was not disappointed at all.
He said,
Well, Monty don't like pickles, but somebody mentioned. I bet Paul smells like a pickle when we meet up with him.
I didn't have nobody coming up.
No, you didn't smell like a pickle from a distance.
Nothing like that.
Hey, we got a fourth guy wanting to join in here, but answer that question for us, Monty, and I'm going to bring Mr. Ryan up.
My favorite part of it was getting to put a body with a face that I only see on the screen.
I'm gonna apologize for that up front.
Every time Michelle gets to laughing, that camera gets to jump.
Yeah. But that, I mean, it was good. And then like getting to visit with Johnny a little bit about growing our channel, because
Picking that brain.
we're like, what are we, like two?
I don't know. We're a little over 200
We're a little
away.
over 200 away. We got like 40 or 50 hours of being there.
We talked to Dale and Nana for a good while today on our trip home, and I know they talked to you guys about some of that. And one of the things they talked about was making a playlist. That would really help y'all. A big playlist. Ryan, welcome in, man. How are you?
Man, I've been running. I finally getting to sit down, catch my breath for a minute. I had y'all on my phone and in the hearing aids while I was out running around on the property and getting gas for the truck and all that.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, man. Honestly, I guess part of it was, I mean, it was obvious of getting to meet people, like Paul and Dale and Johnny and Jesse and Lisa and them that, we've seen in the groups, but not actually met face to face. And a few people like Lynn Okie and some others that, follow, but I've never met. But being able to sit down with Paul and Johnny and Jesse and everybody, and actually just kind of get some knowledge on the YouTube stuff and really just kind of suck in some knowledge was really probably my favorite, just as far as mental growth. But now getting to see that many people in one place and that much fun and just, good grief, it went by too fast. But
No, we got to know what
Somebody
Jack Dyer
chiming?
says.
no, I think it was my computer chiming, but I may be wrong.
What is Joey wanting for me, please? Thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Joey. I can see it. It was small. I appreciate that, Joey. So I'll tell y'all, my favorite part was making those people human.
Yeah. Because
you have such a big view. I mean, if it's a big channel, and we didn't have any monstrous channels. Johnny's is pretty good size, guys. I'm just be honest, but there wasn't any gigantic channels there this weekend. They could have been, but the weather kept some of them away, and ball games kept some of them away.
Johnny's wasn't that way a year ago.
Yeah.
I know. I'm telling you, and anybody could be where he's at.
Yep.
So yes, that's what I liked about it, and you get to shake hands and put a face, not just a picture on a flat screen, but a face and a personality,
right,
with a channel.
There
what I
was
like,
a personality there.
Jack said it the way I should have said it.
I'll say this is, what I I guess what was fun about that when you sat back on the back end of it was what you see on the screens with these people, all of us, was what you met out there.
That's right.
It-
We don't.
You know,
Our community don't have fakes.
right?
I mean,
Well,
they
we
are
do,
who they portray they are.
we do have parachute pants, boy. We really don't know about
That really is not our community, and I'm thankful you guys didn't say that was your favorite part.
things.
I have to admit, now that night sitting there with Paul and agging on and saying, I have a friend in you or whatever.
Yeah, that's off of Toy Story.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
I was, I was sitting there behind him going, you get by with a little help from my friend.
Poor Johnny. You're not videoing me, are you?
Johnny was over there trying to be all serious, like he was about to bounce him, and we're over there cracking up and laughing and poking at him. He couldn't help it.
What did they say was top growth tips? Y'all
And the
want to share?
the parachute pants guy had no idea we was even talking about him.
No, no clue. Top growth tips is put a short out a day. This is just short, down and dirty.
Yep.
Put a short out every day. Make it a true short, not a 3-minute short.
Yeah, 15.
And put together
15
uh,
seconds. 15
15
seconds.
seconds or less. Dale even said he likes to do them 7 seconds.
7. Yeah.
But
I one that has the
Yeah,
most.
Dale's 7 and Johnny's 15.
Even when it had said 7 to 15, that window right there. But keep it short.
that's the big one. That's the big one. Playlist. Set up playlist. If you don't have playlist, if you're lacking for time, this community will help you get time. If you have a playlist, we can go to and just turn on and play.
What John
The big thing that
the shorts, link your shorts to your long form content so that they go see that, and shorts get subs, live get watch hours, and that was pretty much what it was right there.
Yep.
and Johnny's biggest deal was when you get ready to post a long form video, watch it 6
Yep.
times. And if you start to snooze at any point in there, go in there and cut
Yep.
that part out.
That's good advice.
Because you got to get it past 8 minutes.
He said
Come
7,
to hang on for 8 minutes, then
30 seconds, 8 minutes. Get it past.
You're
Oh.
done. You're done.
Oh, she's screaming at me that I'm
Paul,
done.
what are you laughing
Really,
at?
you're gonna get in trouble making comments like that. She can read, though. It may not be in.
What did Joey say?
He said Ginger can't say a sentence in 7 seconds. You're gonna get in trouble. I promise.
I love you, Joey. It was nice knowing you.
It was nice knowing you. Yeah.
Well, guys, it is time to
See y'all
pray
in a bit.
our way out of here. Ryan, I hate you joined it last, but I'm glad you joined. Monty disappeared. They're fixing to go live. Y'all jump over there and check them guys out.
Yeah. I was trying to get wrapped up and get in here earlier, but it just didn't work out.
It's all good. We've all had a day, busy day. So if you guys will join me, I'll pray us out of here. Father, we just love you and praise you, and we want to lift up Lori and the loss of her mother, and Lord, anything else that was left in the chat that you know the needs, Lord, we just want you to put your hand in there, whatever the need is, if it's comfort, if it's healing, if it's direction. Lord, you know it, and we know you are an all-knowing God, and you can do anything. And Lord, the Sherman family, I just want to lift them up, their loss and their loss of their property and the damage and things to their homestead. We just love you, Lord. We thank you for this community, for each and every one of them. And we thank you for such a great weekend and all the people there and the people that put it on and the people that work behind the scenes to cook and all of that, Lord. We're just so thankful. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Guys, I hope to see y'all over there with them. You guys in the chat and watching this later, God bless y'all. I challenge you to be a blessing for someone else. And Dale, one of these days, I'm going to lay a hug on your neck. We'll see y'all.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Good night.